My name is Carola Behrens. I'm a game designer on Need for Speed Rivals.
My name is Reza Hedayati and I'm an assistant designer at Ghost Games.
Need for Speed has been around for almost 20 years, I think. What has been most challenging in starting a new game in the series, especially you being a new studio?
Well, being a new studio and getting handed the Need for Speed franchise as such is already a big challenge because there's so much pressure connected with having Need for Speed. There's expectations, and obviously you have to be at the standard of the previous Need for Speed games or better, ideally better, to prove yourself as a new studio. So the whole team has been working really, really hard to get this going. And from what we see, the reactions we see from the people on the show floor, I think we've done it. We've succeeded in making a good Need for Speed game.
What does this game take from the other Need for Speed games, and what's its own thing?
Well, we have we have different cars. We have Ferraris back finally in the game after like 7 years. That's a new thing. But we have hot pursuits that have come from the old hot pursuit game. A lot of driving is linked to the other games, and then we have most of the feeling. But with the new Frostbite 3 engine, we can do so much more things. But you will feel that it is a Need for Speed game with all the drifting, the driving, and then we have like pursuit tech that is weapons from old hot pursuits, and a lot of game modes are similar to the older games.
And what is the feature as designers you are most proud of in this new game?
I think All Drive is fantastic. It's when we first came out and tried to explain it to people, everyone was really skeptical about it. And the reason for that is All Drive is really hard to explain. But as soon as we put people in front of the computers and show them this is what happens when two people come together in the game, this is what All Drive is, all of a sudden when they understand it, they go, yeah, this is a fantastic feature. We're all of a sudden we're together or we're not together, and I can just choose to play the game the way I want to play it.
Well, can you tell me some cool examples how All Drive works? What can happen in the game?
What can happen in the game is that I'm a single player, I'm in my own world, and I do my single player career, I'm following my objectives, doing my events, and I have a friend in the same world. I'm not necessarily playing with a friend, but we are together. And what can happen in All Drive is that you meet in the world and you come together. And if you're different factions, you can go into a car chase in multiplayer without having to switch game modes or to quit the game and go into a lobby. It's just part of the whole game experience. And if you don't want to do that anymore because I need to go home, okay, I'm doing my single player stuff, you just go back to your regular gameplay. But it's not a separate experience, it's one whole thing.
Okay, you mentioned single player, but how much can you do alone? Is there anything to do in this game for lone wolves?
There's a lot of things to do as a lone wolf, especially if you're a racer. Racers are more like the lone wolves, where the cops are more the team players. The cops can go around and roam for themselves also, but they're more like strength in numbers. There's a lot of, you can do speed cameras, you can do different events alone, jumps, and there's tons of stuff. So basically, you will never feel like I have nothing to do. You always have challenges and events and different things to unlock and just keep progression through the game.
You have a career for both sides. You have a full several-hour storyline for both careers, whether you play single player or multiplayer.
How big is the driving area, the map?
How big compared to what? I mean, it's big. The world is big. You will drive around for a long time before you've seen everything.
And it's the world is open, so it's just an open world, massive, and it's unlocked from the start. So you don't need to unlock different parts. You just drive around and have fun.
Okay. Can you tell me more about the gadgets that the drivers can use?
Yes, we have different kinds of pursuit tech. We've shown the EMP before, I believe. It's an electronic device that will disable your opponent's systems and stun them and slow them down for a bit. And another example that we have for the police, for example, is the helicopter, which will keep your pursuit targets in its radius so you don't lose them. Or if you upgrade it, later it will drop spike strips and do other cool things.
Is the helicopter related to this Overwatch feature you didn't mention there on the stage?
Yes, you can deploy a helicopter from Overwatch. Overwatch is our new expansion of the autolog system. We call it Need for Speed Network. And through the Overwatch app, you can directly influence the gameplay. And one of those examples, as you say, is deploying an attack helicopter.
What does the app run on?
We have an Android version and we have an Apple version.
Okay, to finish off, what is your favorite car in the game?
My personal favorite is the Lamborghini Aventador Cop version.
The Veneno is my favorite one.
Okay, thank you.
Were our rivals. Now, they are our enemies.